I am joined with singer, songwriter, and actress Camille Saturday. And
That's
it's
me.
fitting I have an artist named Saturday on a Saturday, so it makes common sense to
There you
have
go.
you on this particular day. I appreciate you for being on the show. Um, how's everything with you? How's everything holding along with this pandemic going on?
Well, I guess I'm here up in New York and I'm hanging in. I guess like everybody else is. It's been trying. I'm just hoping that there is some light in the tunnel now. And with the new vaccine, I'm antsy to get out and perform again. And we do a lot of live performing, but really we haven't done anything in a while. So I'm looking forward to that. Going to get my vaccine, my second shot tomorrow. I want to get it and forget it and move on. And hopefully, in another couple of months or this summer, it might not be back to normal, but I'm hoping and praying that we'll see a little more normalcy, as time goes on. How about you down there?
Um, I'm hanging in there for the most part.
Right.
Just Kentucky. I live in Kentucky currently, and our numbers have been decreasing for the last month or so,
That's a
and
good thing.
and a lot of people are getting their vaccines. I guess for me in particular, I have to wait a little bit longer, but right now I think it's just the elderly and essential workers and frontline workers are getting theirs
Yeah.
first, which is understandable. So
Right.
I'm not tripping
That's
over
exactly right.
that
Hmm.
whatsoever. But I'm doing okay, doing all
Good.
right. Um,
Good. Good.
I will be planning on getting the vaccine once it's my turn to do so. Um,
Hmm.
because like everyone else, we all want to get back to some normalcy. For me in particular, I love going to live music shows, supporting local music, and hanging out with strangers on Fridays and Saturday nights.
That is a lot of
Um,
fun, right?
yeah.
That's we're missing that a lot. And I have a new album that just came out called Tiara,
Hmm.
and once I got it out there and it's all over, you could get it on Bandcamp and the Spotify and Apple and wherever. But one of the things I love is that I'm meeting a lot of new people all over the country and all over the world, actually, even in the UK, and people that email me about the songs or about the music, and that's just such a nice thing to communicate, all over the country. And I just find that very interesting and exciting, and I appreciate the fact that people are out there loving music, and it's sort of a universal language, and I'm having a good time doing it. It's been many years since I've wanted to do something like that, and my advice to people is to just keep on trucking, and if you have something you love to do, even if you have no time or people tell you you can't do that, just keep plugging away at it, and it'll get done. It'll get
Absolutely
done.
good advice and everything.
Hmm.
Speaking of this record, I gotten to listen to it through Spotify. So if you look at your stats and see Lexus in Kentucky, as far as listeners, that is me. Um,
Well,
just
thank you.
just gonna put that out there. I don't know if you pay attention to that or not, but if you do, just want to put that out there.
I will. I do.
Um,
Even on Spotify, especially. I'm excited because my streaming is doing very well.
mhm.
So I want to keep up getting my music out there, and also my regular CD will be available on Bandcamp in a few weeks, maybe within the next month, where I could people could actually order the CD and get it. So that should be good. If you want to
Awesome.
keep checking back there, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Definitely will be buying a copy. once those are good to go. Speaking of
Perfect.
Bandcamp, gotta give them a huge shout out because they've been the ones, the platform, the music platform that's been
Hmm.
promoting local and independent artists the most since this pandemic with their Bandcamp Friday series that they've been doing. I think
Yeah,
they've been doing
yeah,
that since March of April of last year, and they have resumed it as of February. They did it in March, and I think they're going to keep going for April and May, and then we'll see what they happen afterwards. But they've been in the forefront of helping musicians since this pandemic,
yeah.
and they
That's nice.
deserve their flowers.
They do. They certainly
So
do.
uh,
I belong to the in the Carnegie Hall. Um, it's a few couple of years back. I went to Carnegie Hall, and they have a small group who help musicians out. It's called the Indie Collaborative. About independent musicians that they like to promote, and they do all sorts of shows there at Carnegie Hall. And you have new musicians coming out, whether they're on Broadway or whether they're have a small band, or they like to go all over the country and promote local musicians, independent artists. So I want to give a shout out to the Indie Collaborative at Carnegie Hall. And I can't. That's another thing that's been on hold because we can't really get together there like we used to. But there's a lot of nice people always looking to help out and promote a lot of independent artists there. Miss that. I miss that very much. Actually, I miss running around New York very much. That's I haven't been there in a little while, and I'm hoping that opens up soon too. At least on a small scale. So we'll see about that. New York has had it rough, like everybody else, and hopefully in the future, in the short future, people will be able to visit again. I don't know if you've
so
ever been to.
yeah, New York. I love New York City. I've been there before. Just being in awe with everything from the buildings to Times Square and making that walk, man. Just, I
Yeah,
mean, it's literally that you
it's
hear
really
this,
like no other city, right?
yeah,
It's pretty intimidating if you've never been there before and it's your first time. But it is something to see, and it would be great if everybody could take a visit there one day. I suggest that they do if you can.
yeah, definitely a place to check out. Just get a glimpse of it, and as they
Hmm.
say, if you can
Sure.
make it there, you can make it anywhere.
That's
Um,
that's true. I know. That's right.
that's
That's
very
absolutely right.
true. So
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit more about Tiara, which
Hmm.
is your record that was released last year.
Right.
I got a chance to play a song off that record earlier in the show. I played Miss Tiara. I played that particular song, and I've heard more of the tracks. I definitely enjoy it. It's very appealing. It's very refreshing. It's it just feels good. Good energy, good vibes, and definitely I could definitely like vision seeing you in a band doing these songs and everyone is dancing and losing their minds. It's
Well, it's a kind of an eclectic album, and it's
yeah.
Tiara is just a fun tune. It's about a girl that she goes around knowing that she has something that everybody else wants, and she has that kind of cute attitude, like carefree attitude about it, and you know that's I thought that was a lot of fun, and it's kind of a pop tune. And I have some, rock on the tune, and it's sort of pop rock type of thing. Um, Marshall Jones has that kind of country rock feel. So does Floating on Air. And there's a couple of songs with some good messages too. Whole Nine Yards is about that one. I got some good vibes on with people. They just felt it was sort of uplifting because it's about the whole nine yards or nothing. You just have to take your life and sometimes look at it and say, I'm going for it and I'm doing it 100%. And no one is going to be stopping me because there's a lot of negativity, in the world. And, sometimes people say to other people, I want to do this in my life or I want to do that. And some people just are negative about it or they say, oh, you can't do that but don't let them do that to you. Just be your own person, go with your feelings. You think you could really, do something you love or want, leave the negativism, on the shelf and don't listen to any of that negativism. So that's basically what that song's about.
That's definitely one of my favorite songs as well. You definitely show some versatility on your music, from the jazz to some R&B to some rock. People like to put artists in a box, trying to figure out
That's true.
what type of genre that these artists are. And usually most artists stick to one thing, but
Right.
most of today's artists, whether it's mainstream or local or independent, they like to put their own spin. They like to,
Sure.
treat music as a smoothie and trying to put multiple genres together and make it their own. And quite honestly, I like that. I really do. It's appealing. It's very intriguing too, and to see how can these artists pull this off, and I think it's incredible.
It's taken me many years to pull this off. It's not easy, only because you need a lot of time, and we all have to work and pay bills, and we all have to do the responsible things, and everybody has their little dream, and I just kept at it, and I write with a partner named Irv Berner, and we just kept on. I just told her, keep sending me music. I will keep writing melodies and lyrics, and we found a great producer. Bob is a Grammy-winning producer, actually, and he has a lot of experience, and he did a great mixing and arranging. And it took about 4 years to put this little album together, and so we're proud of it, and we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it, and hopefully there'll be more music to come. We're working on a couple of new tunes,
Okay.
and I do have some blues covers that you might like on my website, which is CamilleSaturday.com. And I have a couple of blues tunes. One is Ain't No Sunshine, and the other song is Walk Away was by an artist named Ann Peoples. She was very popular in the 60s, and she's really, really great blues artist. And I loved her, and I loved that song. So I'd like to, probably they're going to be coming out as singles also. But right now I have them on my website, and if you'd like to go listen to them, you're welcome. Come and visit me, say hello. Like my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page, Camille Saturday. Come and say hi and like my page. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, go check out the website, CamilleSaturday.com. Get more info on
Mm-hmm.
Camille. She's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. She's on there too. She's on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
as well. All of her social media sites is on there. She got the T Hour album is on there. You can buy it through there. You can buy it through all the platforms, and
Yes.
just keep that T Hour album in mind for the Bandcamp Friday. The next Bandcamp Friday is in April, so 100%
Oh,
of the purchases going straight towards the artist. Um,
yeah.
so definitely go buy that. And Camille, it's great chatting with you. I enjoyed the
You
chat.
know, I was happy to meet you, and it's great chatting with you. And um, I hope to everybody who's listening, I please stay safe, and and follow the guidelines, as much as we can, and let's all keep our fingers crossed that within a few months we'll be able to relax a little bit and be free to, really do our thing. Get to hang with our friends and family and get to give them a hug. So just
Yes,
keep that in mind. And I appreciate the call. I appreciate the nice conversation, and I appreciate you listening to my album. And hopefully, I'll get to talk to you again.
absolutely. Especially with some new music you have on the way. I would love have you back on down the road. And thank you for your time. And you too, be safe. And everybody, let's keep following these guidelines. Let's get vaccinated. Let's do what we need to do to
Mm-hmm.
get back to some normalcy. So artists like Camille and her band and her fellow musicians can get back to performing for you all. Um,
Mm,
so
can't wait.
so you have a good night and you take care.
You too.